Hey, peace, peace, peace. It's your brother Leslie Ezra Smith, or you could just call me Ezra. That's Ezra. Most people that I know or get acquainted with sometimes for the first time, they think that it's Ezra. And it's, so they'll spell it Ezera. But it's Ezra, 2 syllables. So yeah. So check it out. I watched. I had to catch up on the BET Awards. You know, everybody wanted to see how the Prince tribute would turn out due to, I guess what a lot of people call the debacle of Madonna and whoever else had did the tribute to Prince. I didn't see it, so I honestly can't provide, a real opinion about it. You know what I mean? So I'm not even going to sit there and critique it because I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it and then I'll give you my opinion on that. But right now, I didn't get to see the BET Awards the night that it came out. I was at an event that I was invited to go to, and so like most people will do these days, you want to kind of catch up. You go on the internet, see if somebody posted it on YouTube, see if other sites got it, and that's what I did. Anybody who knows me, I'm a huge, and will remain a huge Prince fan, probably to the day that I die. Been a Prince fan since I was 7. My mom was a huge Prince fan, and Purple Rain is a very special song to me personally, spiritually. The movie was very special and impactful for me, and so I watched some of it. Now the clips that I did see. I watched Jennifer Hudson. I watched that one, and I watched the Janelle Monae, and I watched Bilal. Haven't seen the other. Haven't seen the Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar performance yet. Once I do, I will post another video, provide my opinions on that. What do I feel about what I saw? Well, yeesh. Let me just start off with the last one that I saw, which was the Bilal one. Now, when Bilal dropped his joint in 2000, I think it was called something Born. It's a shame I'm forgetting the title of his album. It was a great album. It received rave reviews. I mean, the production was off the chain. I mean, even had a joint that was produced by Dr. Dre. It was soulful. It was neo soul, but had nice, smooth hip hop edge to it. And this brother, I mean, you used to think during those days when he was out, to watch his performances and he had the long, locks, that, this brother was already channeling Prince, during that time. You know what I mean? So anybody who was a real fan of Bilal during that time, we were already saying that 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And watching this brother, do his thing. I was a huge fan. I would watch live performances of the brother. I'm like, man, this guy's on his way. Firstborn Second. I think that's what it was called. Fast forward, he kind of, I don't want to say changed his style, but he evolved his style and it wasn't as neo-soul. He actually, I think, was making comments that he wanted to kind of get away from that label of boxing him into the neo-soul, sound or whatnot. And so, I would listen to some of his songs, and I'll be honest, it wasn't as impactful to me as his previous work. You know what I mean? And then, he came to Pittsburgh, which is where I'm from the Berg, Steel City, 412. And I saw him at a spot called the Shadow Lounge, where actually he performed outside. It was an outside concert. I think it was during the summer. And there were some sisters who performed at an event that I hosted, and they were competing to see if they can open up for Bilal. And I think 4 sisters were chosen, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Sister Simone Davis, V. Boheme, Anquanique Wingfield. I'm forgetting who else. It might be somebody else I'm forgetting. But, they all tore down. Tore it down. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Gene Stovall actually performed as well. And it was just, fantabulous. Bilal came on. And, I honestly, I was like, well, maybe this was like an in-between gig for him or something. Like, maybe, he was coming from somewhere in the Midwest and had a layover, and then he had like a big show in New York, and then he needed something to do in the meantime, and so he picked up this Pittsburgh gig, because to me that's how he treated it. That's how it felt. He got on the stage and it was real, I don't know, he just looked lackadaisical. He didn't look really, you know what I mean, inspired or motivated to like really perform. At the time, you know, the song that most of us identified him with was Soul Sister. That was like, you know, his joint, so we was all waiting for that. And even when he got into that, it just really kind of lacked some soul. You know what I mean? So I just really wasn't feeling it. And I actually began to, you know, not be as big as a fan as I was in the beginning. And I'm just being real. You know what I mean? So I was kind of surprised when I heard that, you know, Bilal was taking part in the tribute. Although, like I said, 15 years ago, or, you know, 16 years ago, we was already saying this dude was channeling Prince, you know, back in the day. Interestingly enough, I was walking down the street thinking about, you know, this Prince tribute, and I was saying to myself, man, you know, I wish somebody would hit those songs, you know what I mean, that I usually don't see people perform, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're going to get the Purple Rain, you're going to get the Let's Go Crazy, you know what I'm saying, Kiss, you know, you're going to get those songs. But I was always like, man, you know, won't somebody do the Beautiful Ones? You know what I'm saying? That song is... it's one of my favorite all-time Prince songs, and probably one of my favorite all-time songs, period. I mean, just the singing, the lyrics, the composition of the song, the build-up, the ending, just, whew, that song is amazing. That song still pumps me up every time I listen to it, you know what I'm saying? And even watch the video of him performing it in the movie, and, you know, so I was, you know, I was saying to him, that was one of the main songs in my mind. I was like, man, it would be nice to see somebody doing the Beautiful Ones, or other songs that I like that I usually don't see people do, like Pink Cashmere and, you know, other songs, you know. So I went on the internet, and, you know, and I was seeing people singing the Bilal thing on Facebook and whatnot, and then I saw that they said, you know, Bilal did the Beautiful Ones. You know, I was like, oh, yo, he did Beautiful Ones? Oh, man. So, you know, I'm searching, finally found a clip of Bilal performing it, and oh my goodness, man, I lost my mind, man. I mean, it was like, as I was watching it, it was like he started off kind of slow, and, you know, and I wasn't, you know, and I'm looking at the audience, because I'm not sure if a lot of the audience members is down with Bilal, you know what I'm saying? Because he kind of went underground a little bit, you know what I mean? So I was like, maybe, you know, my folks might not know him, but maybe they will appreciate him more after this performance. So I'm watching them, and it seemed like, you know, starting off kind of cool, and it just step by step by step, like Prince would. You know what I'm saying? Step by step by step, he began to build, and it began to grow, and it began to grow, and it began to grow, and it began to grow. And then you watch the brother from the Roots when the guitar. I don't want to keep calling him the brother from the Roots. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now. So if you watch this, leave a comment of the brother's name, or I might have found it by then. But anyhow, the brother was throwing down on the guitar. This brother, you know, once it started to like really, really build, and, you know, he got to that part that, you know, we was waiting. He tried to, you know, unbutton the shirt. I think he tried to unbutton that first, and it didn't work. But, you know, he kept going like the professional he is. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, eventually he just ripped it. You know what I mean? Because there is a part in the Purple Rain movie when he's doing, you know, Beautiful Ones. And he, you know, and he does like this with his shirt. You see his little chest hair. You know what I'm saying? And so I think Bilal was like channeling that. But it's like, as soon as he went like that, I mean, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Something happened. Like, I mean, if you an artist, I mean, any type of artist, whether you spoken word artist, a singer, a hip hop artist, a DJ, a painter, a sculptor, you know, you draw. If you are a serious artist, there's you know about the zone. Like there's this zone. Even like athletes, you know what I'm saying? Like there's this certain moment that happens that I began to recognize when I was younger, and helped me to really appreciate art, like all forms of art, because I began to realize how much we have in common, although we do it in different ways. There used to be like shows I would watch of like a guy painting, you know what I'm saying? And when I was younger at first, I used to think that it was kind of boring. But as I kept watching it, there would be this one moment where, like, he'd be doing all talking and giving you descriptions and telling you certain things and blah, 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 blah. And then there would be this moment where it would just get quiet. I remember this one episode, where it was this white guy and gray hair. I don't know his name. I used to watch on WQED here in Pittsburgh. And actually, I didn't watch it. I ain't going to sit here and say, like, I used to watch it. I used to see it come on, turn the channel. But it was like, I don't know. For some reason, this one dad decided to keep it on. Maybe there was nothing else on TV that I was interested in. I don't know. But I kept it on the station. And I was watching him. And he was talking. And then there was like this moment where he got quiet. And this kept drawing, It was like, not drawing paint, you hear it like. I was like, oh, he's in the zone. It was like he was flowing. You know what I'm saying? It's like there was like this moment where he just, he just knew where to go. Like maybe it was freestyle, maybe it was just something happened. You know what I'm saying? Where he was just in the zone. He was just gone. Like, it was beautiful to watch. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that there was moments that I had that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, there would be times, when I'm acting and on stage in a theater production, and there was just this moment where it just seemed like, I become that person. I become that character, and my words are flowing. My presence. I know everything is on the stage. I know where to go. I hear my voice. There's like this. It's hard to put in words, but there's just this zone that this happens when you become one with your artistry. You become one with your creative self. Like there's just something that happens that I think all of us who are artists can relate to. You know what I'm saying? And some people might express that he lost himself in his art, or blah, 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 he channeled Prince, or whatever you want to call it. We experienced it live on TV. It was beautiful to watch. Like, soon as he ripped that shirt up, boom, 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 and, and he goes and slides on this dish, I'm back down on my knees, and it's the part I was waiting for, because I just went to a Prince party that happened in downtown Pittsburgh, outside near the corner of 9th Street and Penn Avenue, that was DJ'd by one of Pittsburgh's premier DJs, DJ Selecta, James Scocolati. If you want to find him, look on Facebook. DJ Selecta, that's Selecta. You know what I mean? Jewish guy, but probably one of the dopest hip-hop DJs you'll meet. Loves hip-hop, you know what I mean? And just a really cool, down-to-earth brother. You talk to him like, hey, how you doing? But you hit some turntables, man. It's curtains, you know what I mean? And he DJ'd a party downtown with my man Achilles Soon, who's one of Pittsburgh's finest MCs and hosts and producers, directors. I mean, I can go on and on and on about the attributes for that brother and how long he's been in the game and everything else. He's emceeing it, got us hype, having a good time, and Beautiful Ones was played. And not only was it played, Selecta still being the DJ with the song, but have certain parts echoing, and it was just off the chain. It was a dream come true, for me to be in the middle of the street and hearing Prince and hearing the songs I grew up with. Beautiful Ones was that song that I would be in my bedroom with the door shut, with my broom, acting like I was in concert, and throw the broom down, and I'd be on the floor. I used to do that. I mean, I'd be sweating. Like, yeah. And I think Bilal had that moment, man. Like, he had that moment that usually we see with folks behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying, when you see in your jam. Like, he was gone, man. And I mean, I was taken to church. It was amazing, man. I mean, he slid and he's all over the ground and he's like this, and the brother's playing the tone. He's looking at, he's behind him. I mean, it was woo. I was like, man, he actually did Beautiful Ones and did it justice. 2016 is an amazing year, man. It's been a sad year. It's been a troublesome year, but I also feel like there gotta be something coming out of this, man, especially with black folks, man, because I think we on the rise, man. I really do. I think mentally, spiritually, sooner or later, our physicality's gonna catch up. You know what I mean? And I really feel like a change is happening, man. Like Beyonce says, we getting information. You know what I mean? Like, I really believe that that's going on, man. But that was a powerful performance. It definitely moved the mess out of me on a personal level, on a spiritual level. I definitely appreciate what Brother Bilal did. And I'll be honest, it has definitely reminded me of why I became a fan of him in the first place. It was just great. Just great. I can't talk enough about it. You know what I mean? It was just beautiful. Thanks, Bilal, for a wonderful performance / tribute to the one and only Prince. Which still blows my mind that Prince is not with us. You know what I mean? It just blows my mind. Anyhow, I'm going to take a walk because my phone needs to be charged. So you're just going to have to walk with me as I walk to my bedroom. Hopefully this doesn't cut off before I get there. But I'm going to keep on talking. So what else did I say? I said, okay, so we talked about that. All right, the first one that I actually watched was Janelle Monae. And that was a good performance, you know, and it was cool to see her do some songs that I usually don't see perform, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see her do Delirious, you know what I mean, from the 1999 album, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's such a fun song, you know what I mean? I thought she did a great job of, you know, doing that song. You know what I mean? Delirious is a fun song. I don't know if everybody really was down with it unless you were straight up Prince fan. One song I would love to see people do is let me sit that here. Is Automatic. AUT-O-matic. Boom, boom. Just tell me what to do. I didn't even know there was a video for that song. I just found that out. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to be on YouTube now that I can access some Prince songs on YouTube and videos and concert footage now and everything else. You know, I've been taking the opportunity to do that. I mean, I was just, you know, typing it in just to listen to it. You know, but saw that there was like this crazy video for it. You know, it was off the hook. You know what I mean? But really love that song. Anyhow, what else did she do? She did Delirious. What'd she do? I Would Die For You. I think she did do that song too. Which was cool. You know what I mean? Which was one of my you know, favorite songs from Prince. Well, I mean, I loved every song on the Purple Rain soundtrack. You know what I mean? I loved the whole thing. I can listen to the whole thing back and forth. Love each song. You know, on that album. But you know, I mean, it was good. She was good, man. She even had the pants with the back out, you know, like Prince, you know what I mean? So that was pretty cool, man. You know, Janelle Monae, she's just fun to watch. She has a lot of energy, a lot of passion. She reminds me of some sisters here in Pittsburgh. Her energy and her passion and, you know, just having fun and letting loose and being free and singing well and performing well. And, you could tell she studied, but you could tell that she still, you know, wants to stay, you know, with her spontaneity, and she's just great, you know, and I thought she did a great job. I mean, I've seen her, of course, you know, do previous tributes to Prince and others, and to me, she just, you know, I don't think she disappoints. In my opinion, I don't think she disappoints. She always gives a very solid performance. She might not be somebody that she might be like, ooh, she sang or she hit them notes, or I don't think you're really gonna say that, you know what I mean? But you are gonna say, oh, that was pretty good, man. You know, it was a good performance. You know, I've never saw her and was like, that was whack. You know what I mean? Like, I think she was pretty good. It was entertaining, you know. It was a good performance, yeah. And then Jennifer Hudson. What can I say? Man. What can I say? Purple Rain it's an amazing song. And she did an amazing job. I was balling when that song was over. When her performance was over, what hit me, you know, was the fact that, you know, there's that part at the end of Purple Rain, you know, after the, you know, with the whole crowd was singing. I can't sing. I could hold a note. I wanted to be Prince when I was young. I wanted to be a singer when I was young. And I ended up becoming a poet and an actor. And sometimes I sing in some plays, But there's that part, after that's over. Then it holds, and there's all the guitars and the drums. Ding. And then you hear Prince going like. And then it'd be like. She even did that part. And it just sounded so spiritually moving. Like it just was. Oh, you could tell that she was gone. You know what I mean? Like, man, once again, it's going back to that zone. And she was gone, man. Like, jeez. I mean, she sang, hit notes. My favorite part was towards that end, and she has the mic, but it's like below her belly. You know what I mean? And she's singing, and she's like swinging the mic, like. But she's still loud. Like, I love that. As a spoken word artist, a lot of times I like to be able to step away from the mic and project my voice and, still for it to hit that mic and still go out. So I don't feel like all like restricted with the mic and I got to stay in this space. You know what I mean? And, in order for me to be heard, she has that dang. You know what I mean? She has that dang. Shout out to the Roots. You know what I mean? I mean, they held it down, man. I mean, man, that's a heck of a gig. I mean, I was just thinking, like, man, what are they feeling? You know what I mean? I mean, even when they showed that shot of Bilal when he was done, he's just laying on the floor, and the brother just got done throwing down on the guitar, and he walks back to the band, and it's. I was like, man. I mean, you hear that audience, like, I mean, they showed Maxwell shaking his head. You saw Fantasia throwing her hand up. You saw Samuel Jackson. It's just, it's bittersweet. You know what I mean? It's sweet because it's about Prince and it's a tribute to him, and it's bitter because he's not here. But I said to somebody not too long ago that I really feel like what's happened in 2016 or 15, these last few years, man, it's just. Maybe it's the ancestors are passing the baton to us, and it is time for us to be the heroes for the generation under us. Our heroes are passing away. Our heroes are transcending. You know what I mean? From this last few years. You know what I mean? This year alone. You know what I mean? Actors and singers and rappers and there's all types of people that people look up to. That we might have taken for granted, thinking they'll just be here tomorrow because of all the work that they have been doing. They've been translating, you know what I mean? And I just feel like that's just leaving some space for us to go ahead and fill that up and create some new hero stories for them and pass, what we learned from this generation down to them, the best of what we learned down to them, But I've just been really feeling inspired today, and definitely, from watching those performances and making me want to step up my game as a performer, and making me feel like, it's time for me to get out there. Oh, gotta talk about Jesse Williams, right? I also saw people posting things about Jesse, so I've seen clips previously of him, and I'm like, man, this brother be speaking out, And finally got to watch his speech, man, and I mean, I don't think we heard a brother like that on live TV since Malcolm X. You know what I mean? And I mean, sure, I know we got Louis Farrakhan, we got, who else can I name? Umar Johnson, and others that are out here and that are teaching and speaking and lecturing and traveling and and doing their thing. But just seeing him speak the way that he spoke and the things that he broke down and the way that he broke it down, and it moved the mess out of me. Man. Like, I'm like, yo, what? I mean, my favorite part was when he was just saying, like, maybe magical, but that doesn't mean that we're not real. Something like that. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Thank you, Jesse, man. And inspired a lot of us. And I really hope that a lot of us began to internalize some of the things that we're we're feeling and hearing in regards to accomplishing this thing called freedom for ourselves and for our people, and that we recognize that we don't have to just keep looking to the history to have those type of things presented to us. We can look right in front of us today and see that there are messengers right in front of us that are providing the messages that we are desiring, that can create a plan and that we can execute, that can bring about the change that we desire from within, so we can stop going without. You know what I mean? And I appreciate our creators who have mastered the craft, because they show us that we could be masters of creation. Because we ultimately are creators by nature. And when we begin to return to that, then we will be able to really truly give God the glory. Yo, I'm out of here. It's your brother Leslie Ezra Smith with my thoughts. I don't know if y'all even care about this or anything, but I just wanted to, get some of that off my chest and express it to some folks. Leave me some comments, tell me what you think, and I'm going to get back at you. I'm going to start hitting you up, with some of my thoughts about some of the things that's going on day to day, or some things that are going on in my life. This day has been amazing. I really had a few experiences today that I want to share with some of you and get your feedback on it. So hit your brother up, man. You can hit me up on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook. It's Leslie Ezra Smith, or you can find me even just under Leslie Smith. You can hit me up on there. Follow me, and you'll see all the open mics and things that I'm taking part in. I'm also about to perform as Red Carter, which is a character in a play written by the late, great Pittsburgh's own August Wilson, called Seven Guitars. And history is about to be making. We will be performing Seven Guitars. Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater Company. Founder and artistic director is Mark Clayton Southers, who will be directing this production. We're going to be performing this at August Wilson's house, which is right up the street from where I live today, in the Hill District, a.k.a. Little Haiti. That's what they used to call it back in the day, before I was born. We're going to be performing it right in his backyard. And the setting of Seven Guitars is a backyard that people say that August Wilson was using his backyard as the influence for that. So we're actually going to be in his backyard, and we're going to perform Seven Guitars there. It's a wonderful, wonderful cast. Portraying the lead of Floyd Schoolboy Barton is a wonderful actor named Jonathan Berry, who's been in movies and commercials and a lot of theater productions here, always receiving rave reviews. He's just fabulous. One of my favorite people and actors here in the city. Portraying Hetley is one of Pittsburgh's best actors and comedians and a whole host of other things, man. Video producer, film actor, got a fly in my house. Can't stand that. It's gone. So you got Wally Jamal in it, portraying Hetley, and Canewell being portrayed by one of my favorite all-time actors here in Pittsburgh, named Kevin Brown, who just got done portraying Troy Maxim. Actually, in August Wilson's play Fences, which I heard received rave reviews. I wasn't able to make it, but I can go on and on and on about Kevin Brown. He's actually one of the actors I've learned a lot from indirectly, and I've told him that, and I celebrate him highly. It's my brother for life. But he's been all over local and regional and national stages. I mean, and he can sing, he can act. He's just a good brother. I mean, this brother, you need a powerful presence on stage, powerful voice on stage, powerful. You get Kevin Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brother's amazing. Portraying Louise is a wonderful sister actress, singer Terry Bridget. I've seen her portray Mahalia Jackson years ago for and I think it was for Country Repertory Theater that was founded by Dr. Vernell Lilly, is now former Country. But she's amazing. She's a wonderful, and she's also performed in previous August Wilson productions with Mark and Pittsburgh Playwrights. She's a city favorite. She's wonderful, and she's just got a great spirit, great heart as well. Portraying Ruby is its name, Jamila. How you want to pronounce her name incorrectly, so I'm just going to spell it Chanie. I met her a few years ago. We performed together in a couple plays. We performed in a play called was it Redneck's Revenge, part of a theater festival called the Theater Festival in Black and White here in Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh Playwrights. She's powerful, man. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She has great energy. She's creative, and I know she's going to bring a lot of talent and presence to the role of Ruby. And we're all coming together. We all know each other. We've all performed with each other. We've all seen each other. We all love each other. And we have the utmost love and respect for August Wilson. And I know we're going to put our heart and our soul. And I know it's going to be a spiritual experience for all of us. Performing 7 guitars based in 1948 Pittsburgh, PA, where the dreams of Floyd Schoolboy Barton trying to blow up and get his life right, stack some loot so he can get some markers put on his mother's grave. And he runs into a whole bunch of trials and tribulations in order to accomplish that. And you're really kind of taken into the stories of all of us in some way, some form or fashion. And it's a powerful story. It's a powerful story by August Wilson. And we're going to be performing that beginning August 5th. And it's going to run a whole month, Friday through Sunday. So I'm going to put that out there as well. I'm out of here, man. If you got any more questions, any comments, man, hit a brother up. Like I said, follow me on Facebook. Leave me comments here. I'll definitely get back to you. It's your brother Leslie Ezra Smith, a.k.a. Proper Ezracation. I'm out of here, yo. Peace.